Throughout LEGO's history, the 1x1 brick has been used to support many structures. But can an entire structure be built on top of a 1x1 brick? Well, we'll find out.
So in the very video you're watching, I'm going to be creating a LEGO structure that's supported by only one 1x1 brick. That does allow overlap, but it's still going to be a very challenging LEGO build challenge. So I hope you enjoy the video. By creating clouds that surround the base of this build, I'm going to give it more stability, so I created two of them of the same exact design. If I were to build this MOC again, I would make them two different clouds. But either way, I think the cloud design turned out decent, and I was obviously happy enough to make a second one. And for the base of each of the clouds, I used two 1x2 clear bricks to attach them to the rest of the build, which is actually an illegal building technique. Oh my gosh, it must be the police, because, you know, I'm doing something illegal. We've got some rocks to build, so I'm going to start out with an almost sort of skeleton looking thing with studs not on top bricks, some slopes to cover the outside of the skeleton. And what I did on the first side, I'm just going to do on the next side, using some upside down building techniques to give it more gradual sloping upwards. And as we're doing the same thing as we did on the first side, we're going to use some slopes to cover the outside and some 1x1 rounded pieces to give it a nice, like, weathered look. And for the main part of this build, the tree. So the tree is definitely not as massive as the rock it stands on is, but I did want to give it a bit more detail than I did to the rocks. And I definitely would say this is the most time-consuming part of this build because of just unique aspects of it and the different detailing work that needs to be done to make it look natural and like a good, strong tree would. Since we're now done with the trunk of the tree, we can start adding foliage pieces to the ground around the tree and on the tree itself. So I'm going to begin by adding some branches by using handlebar pieces to add nice foliage and detail and leaves to the tree to obviously make it look like a real tree because real trees have leaves. And I also use this technique where I stuck these leaf pieces on these flower pieces, those flower stems, and I think that added a really nice complex detail on the top of the build. Ah yes, time for some plagiarism. I'm going to steal this bridge design from the LEGO Ideas Treehouse to add a bit more balance to my build, because otherwise I don't think it'd be able to stand. And I'm going to add on a few more final touches. And before I show you the final build, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks I learned. Here's my tips and tricks for you. Got the overlap here and real open up. Got some snap bricks on plates, you know, you just overlap, because the overlap, well. Then we got this real wiggly, wormy one, and it's like, you know, real nice, because it offsets the balance, you know. And we also got the down below balance, because it lowers the center of mass, obviously, so, you know, perfect. Yeah, for a 1x1 build like me, you know, it's crazy. So yeah, now that you got your education for today, I'm going to show you this thing in action. Gotta say, it's one of my most impressive builds yet. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had really bad allergies during the recording of it, so I might have sounded a bit nasally. But anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.